The world's most dangerous choke point is heating up again. As U.S. warships converge near Iran's shores, Tehran is signaling it won't fight fair or loud. Its answer is stealth, speed, and swarm warfare. And at the heart of this strategy is a weapon designed to turn naval dominance into a liability. The Strait of Hormuz is narrow, shallow, and unforgiving. Nearly a fifth of the world's oil passes through this stretch of water. And now it's once again at the center of a high-stakes military standoff. As a U.S. carrier strike group moves closer, Iran is spotlighting a very different kind of threat: small, stealthy, and brutally efficient. Meet the Zolfaghar-class ghost boat. At just 17 meters long, this craft is built to disappear. On the surface, it can sprint at nearly 40 knots. But when radar locks on, it does something unexpected. It briefly submerges, slipping below detection and buying precious seconds to reposition or strike. This dual-mode capability makes the Zolfaghar a nightmare in congested waters. Armed with two 324mm light torpedoes, it can target medium-sized warships. It carries 8 personnel and is designed not for solo missions, but for packs. Swarm tactics are the key. Individually, these boats are cheap. Together, they are lethal. In shallow waters like Hormuz, they can rush, scatter, disappear, and strike again, forcing billion-dollar warships into defensive chaos. Iran's doctrine is clear: turn America's technological advantage into a vulnerability. And the ghost boats are only one layer. Tehran now says it has inducted 1,000 drones into its army's combat structure. The announcement comes amid renewed warnings from U.S. President Donald Trump, who has threatened military action if Iran refuses to agree to a nuclear deal. Iran's army chief, Major General Amir Hatami, framed the move as preparation for what lies ahead: drones meant to ensure rapid combat readiness and deliver what he called a crushing response to any aggressor. Washington warns Tehran against pursuing nuclear weapons. Tehran responds that its defense capabilities are not up for negotiation. The message is unmistakable. In a region where escalation takes minutes, not months, Iran is placing its bet on asymmetric war. Not columns of tanks, not massed formations, but ghost boats skimming beneath the radar, drones circling silently overhead, and the one weapon that never shows on a map: surprise. Because in the Strait of Hormuz, it isn't the loudest strike that kills first, it's the silence. And sometimes, silence is deadlier than firepower.
Our military is very, very strong. You may want to say something about the large fleet of ships that's heading over to the Middle East.
Well, Mr. President, you had to, like so many other cabinet members have referenced, rebuild the perception of America. And at the Department of War, that meant reestablishing deterrence. What happened in Afghanistan, what happened in Ukraine, a war that never would have occurred, what happened on October 7th in Israel, never would have happened under President Trump. So as a result, we're having to rebuild how our enemies perceive us. And when President Trump said, we're not getting a nuclear, Iran, you won't have a nuclear bomb, he meant it. And we sent those B-2s halfway around the world, and they never noticed. When he said, we're not going to tolerate trafficking drugs anymore in our hemisphere, we treat them like the Al-Qaeda of the Western Hemisphere, he meant it, and we're executing that. When you said, Mr. President, we're securing the border, the military was proud to do their part alongside Homeland Security to do that. Same thing with Iran right now, ensuring that they have all the options to make a deal. They should not pursue nuclear capabilities. So we will be prepared to deliver whatever this president expects of the War Department, just like we did this month. No other military in the world could have executed the most sophisticated, powerful raid, not just in American history, I would say in world history. What those men did going downtown, another country, the most secure place in the most secure base in the middle of the night without anybody knowing until those simultaneous bombs dropped 3 minutes before the helicopters dropped. No other country could coordinate that. No other president would have been willing to empower those warriors that way to be that effective. And that sends a message to every capital around the world that when President Trump speaks, he means business, and we are reestablishing deterrence at the War Department, Mr. President.
Thank you.
A new front is opening in the Persian Gulf. As the United States moves an armada of warships toward Iran, Tehran is answering, not with words, but with hardware. Iran has now deployed its first ever dedicated naval drone carrier, the Shahid-Bagheri, positioned near the strategic Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical oil choke points.
ما الان روی ناو پهپادبر شهید باقری هستیم.
اینا پهپادهای جاسم.
پهپادهای جاسم چه زیبا.
اینا پهپاد از
چقدر خوشگله.
جنگنده آره ساخت خودمون طراحی خودمون از اون جنگنده قاهر ساخته شده. نمونه کوچکتر از اون برای عملیات.
دوستان پهپاد از نزدیک. دوستان پهپاد من پهپاد.
اینا پهپاد M6.
دوستان پهپاد
M6. مهاجر 6. الان شما اونجا می‌بینید دیگه اینجاست کام ظریف باندشه. 185 متر طول باندشه. پهپاد به این صورت تیکاف میکنه. این هم ترمزات پهپاد موقعی که میشینی سه تا ترمز میگیرنش. اینم آسانسورشه که
خدا قوت به نخبگان داخلی خودمون.
این یه کشتی تجاری
ما توی جهان و توی پهپاد حرف برای گفتن داریم.
State television footage shows the massive vessel at sea, its decks lined with unmanned aerial vehicles, engines primed, systems active. Iranian media says the message is clear. These drones are ready to respond to any attack. Intelligence assessments suggest Iran has also reinforced its southern coastline with elite IRGC units, signaling a broader defensive and offensive posture. The Shahid-Bagheri is no ordinary ship. Once a 42,000-ton commercial container vessel, it has been transformed into a floating drone base for the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy. Stretching over 240 meters with a full-length runway and ski jump launch platform, the ship is designed to launch wave after wave of UAVs and keep doing it for months. The carrier can reportedly deploy up to 60 drones, along with 30 fast missile launching boats stored below deck and ready for rapid operations. Its weapons loadout includes anti-ship missiles, short-range air defenses, rapid-fire cannons, and suspected ballistic missile containers. But what has Washington worried is not the size of the ship, it's the strategy behind it. Military analysts warn Iran's doctrine relies on swarm warfare, hundreds of low-cost drones launched simultaneously, designed to overwhelm even the most advanced naval defenses. As one drone expert put it, if enough are launched fast enough, some will get through. This deployment comes as U.S. President Donald Trump confirms that the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln and its strike group have been sent toward West Asia, with another fleet reportedly following close behind. Trump says the buildup is precautionary. Iran calls it intimidation.
And in June, we obliterated Iran's nuclear capacity in Operation Midnight Hammer. You saw that. People have been waiting for 22 years to do that, and we were right at the end. They were about a month away from having a nuclear weapon. We had to do it. And by the way, there's another beautiful armada floating beautifully toward Iran right now. So we'll see. I hope they make a deal. I hope they make a deal.
And now senior Iranian commanders are issuing blunt warnings. Rear Admiral Habibullah Sayari says any act of adventurism against Iran will come at a heavy cost. He accuses the United States of gunboat diplomacy, using massive warships to project fear, and insists Iran is fully prepared to respond across land, sea, and air. Iran's leadership argues that advanced technology alone does not decide wars, pointing to past conflicts, including the recent 12-day war, as proof of its resilience and capability. The message from Tehran is unmistakable. The drones are ready. The fleet is watching. And the Gulf is once again becoming one of the most dangerous flashpoints on the planet. What happens next may depend on who blinks first.